Recording, is that it now? Yeah. No. So we're all set. That's right, and then I'll start it at 12. Thank you very much, dear. Have a lovely weekend. Bye, dear. Bye. Hi everybody, and welcome to today's mindfulness and breathing. I'd like to welcome you all back again and thank you very much for joining me today. The first thing we're going to do again today is the breathing. As I've explained before in the past, it's very important for helping us cope with stressful situations and problems, because when we take control of the breath, we connect to the part of the brain that produces the feel-good chemicals, and it stops the production of the dangerous chemicals that give us the fight and flight mode. So once again, we're going to practice the breathing. I'd like you to breathe in for 5, hold it, and then out for 7. I'm going to talk you through the first time we do the breathing, and then I'm going to let you do it for yourself. So if we're sitting very comfortably, making sure you're sitting in a position where you feel quite relaxed, and we're going to start the breathing. So I shall count 5 as you breathe in. I'll say hold it, and then I'll count 7 as you breathe in. So right, we're ready to go. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold it, breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can practice this as much as possible, and if you can, increase the breathing in to breathe in for 7 and out for 9, and just concentrate only on the breath. If you have any other thoughts, you've got a naughty little animal on your head that will just brush away those thoughts, so you're just thinking about the breath. You can think about building boxes with the breath, making designs with the breath, but you think about only the breaths. Now we're going into a meditation where we're going to think about our own body and how our body feels. So I'd like you to close your eyes, make sure you're really comfortable, and just listen to my voice as we go through this meditation. Right, I want you to put your feet firmly on the ground, and from the bottom of your feet, I want you to imagine there's long tentacles growing from the bottom of your feet into the earth. And as those tentacles grow into the earth, they start connecting to all sorts of rocks and crystals and stones. And as they wind themselves round those crystals and stones, you feel the energy from the earth, from the crystals, from the rocks, from the earth itself, coming up through those tentacles, through the bottom of your feet, into your feet itself. Then that energy starts to travel up through your feet. As it travels up through your feet, right through your toes, through the upper part of your feet, you feel that energy helping to heal your body, helping to take away pain and problems. You feel that energy creeping up through your feet to your ankles. Then you feel the energy carrying on creeping up your legs, down the lower thighs, down through, up through past your knees, up through to your hips. As the energy travels up through your legs, you feel it restoring all the positive energy in your cells, taking away negative energy out of your cells. Any issues you might have with your ankles or your knees or your hips are all being removed by this wonderful energy. The energy starts to travel further up your body, up through your lower torso, up till it reaches your solar plexus, which is where your belly button is. And that's where you leave this energy, where it's done its work as it's travelled up through your body. Now I want you to imagine there's a silver cord coming out from the top of your head, and it stretches far, far, far into past the sky, past the earth, into the universe. As it travels into the universe, it connects to the universal energy. And that cord starts to bring in from the universal energy through to the top of your head. You feel it coming in through to your mind, into your brain. You find that energy washing away any negative thoughts, any issues, any problems, headaches, insomnia, are all being washed away by this energy that's coming through from the universe. The energy starts to travel down through past your face, past your eyes, past your ears, past your nose, past your mouth, past your chin, into your neck. And as it travels down, it takes away any issues, any problems, anything you don't want in your body is all being washed away by this incredible energy. Then you allow the energy to travel into your shoulders, releasing the stress of your shoulders. You feel all the weight of the world being lifted from your shoulders. Problems, issues, all being taken away by this energy. Then allow the energy to travel down both your arms as it comes down past your shoulders to your elbows. The energy starts to wash away any problems, issues, aches and pains. Just feel this energy cleansing your body. Then as it travels down past your elbows, it travels down the lower part of your arms, into your wrists, into your hands, and it starts to tingle as it reaches your fingertips. Feel it tingling, feel it healing, feel it taking away any problems, any issues, just leaving behind this wonderful positive energy. Now take your attention back to your neck. Allow the energy now to travel down past your neck, past your upper torso, as it travels down past your heart, past your lungs, liver and kidneys. As it travels down, it takes away any pain, any problems. It's refreshing the body, healing the cells, making your body feel vibrant and cleansed as it travels down till it joins the other energy in the belly button. Now your body is full of positive energy, this energy that you've brought in from the universe and the earth now needs to be dispelled, because we only need the good energy. This energy now that contains all the negative thoughts, problems and issues of your body needs to be expelled. So open up the belly button as if it's a big lotus flower opening up. Open up the lotus flower and allow this energy to just be passed through this lotus flower into the room. Close the lotus flower behind and lock it firmly. Now this big ball of energy in the room needs to be sent back to the universe for restoring. So just imagine it leaving the room, leaving the road, leaving England, as it travels back through the sky, out of Mother Earth into space, where it's going to be healed and recharged. Now you're feeling positive, you're full of positive energy. So I want you now to take the silver cord from the universe and bring it back into your head. And as you bring it back into your head, seal the top of your head and lock it tightly. Now bring back the roots that you've taken from the bottom of your feet into Mother Earth. Bring them all back. Unwind them from the crystals and the stones and bring them back into the soles of your feet. And seal the soles of your feet and lock them. Once again, I want you to remember the cloak that you have. Once again, I want you to wrap yourself in this cloak, the colour of your choice. You can have a different colour today. Colour is very important. So wrap yourself in the cloak, keep all this energy inside, so you're now feeling positive and relaxed. All your cells are being recharged and you're ready to face whatever the day might throw at you. Now, we've finished that meditation, so I'd like you to open your eyes, come back in the room and sit yourself firmly back in your chair. Take a sip of water if you need to, and I'm going to do just that right now before we start the next meditation, making sure you feel comfortable and relaxed. I'm just going to have a sip of water. When you're doing when you're doing meditations or anything like this work, water is very important, so that you just have a little sip of water to rehydrate yourself. Now I want you to imagine that you've got a pad next to you, and I want you to now think and write on that pad something that you want to achieve, something you want to do, something you've always dreamed of doing. I'm going to leave you for a short while you write on that pad, and if you haven't got a pad, remember that dream and write it down for yourself. I'm going to leave you while you imagine what you'd like to achieve, what dream you would like to do. I will be back for you shortly. Now I hope you've written down your dream. We're going to come back to that pad a little bit later on in this today's webinar. Now the next thing I want you to do is there must be people that have upset you or you've had problems with in the past. I want you to now imagine anybody that's upset you, anybody that's really given you grief. And I want you now to close your eyes and think of those people. I want you just to forgive them, put a ball of loving energy around them and say you forgive them. You will no longer hold any grudges or any negative feelings, because those negative feelings harm ourselves. The other person doesn't even know we're holding on to that negativity most of the time. So I just want you to forgive anybody that's upset you, anything that's distressing you. Just imagine the ball of light, loving light surrounding them, protecting you and protecting them. Imagine that ball of light taking them and the problem away, just leaving you without that awful negative feeling anymore. Now I want you to imagine a big ball of loving light, and I want you to think of all those people you really love, all your friends and family. And I'm going to leave you while you put a ball of loving energy around everybody that you know. I'll be back for you shortly as you do this work. If you haven't finished putting the ball of love and energy around all the people you care about and love, carry on and do it later. I always do this at night before I go to sleep. I send love to everybody I know. Another request. I want you now to think about somebody that you've lost touch with. Somebody that was in your life, but for whatever reason, you've lost touch with them. Perhaps when we've finished this webinar, you can reach out to them again, get in touch with them again. They might be really pleased to hear from you, for you to get back in touch with them. Now I want you to go back to your pad, the thought of your pad where you wrote down your dream. Now, every day, if you can, I'd like you to get a journal, and every day I'd like you to write down one positive thing that's happened to you, whether it's a nice remark made to you, or it's a funny incident, or even that the sun is shining and you heard the birds singing. Every day I want you to write down one thing that has made your day. Keep this journal, and then when we're feeling a little down, we can look back at the things that have made us happy and made us feel blessed. Now we're going to do another meditation. This one, I want you to close your eyes, and I want you to just sit there quietly and listen to my voice as we go on yet another journey. I want you to imagine that you're in an old-fashioned Victorian street. The light is dim, but the lamplight is on. The road is full of little shops. beautiful little Victorian shops with those windows that have the glass with the swirls in. We start to walk down this Victorian street, and as we approach the first shop, we realise that the light coming from the shop is a beautiful red. We're drawn to the window. We peep inside. We must go in. We must see what's inside this shop. So we open the door and walk into the shop. Everything in the shop is red, all different shades of red. How does this red energy make you feel? Does it make you feel excited, or does it make you feel a bit anxious? Enjoy the energy of this shop and make sure that you feel as comfortable as possible in this energy. Now look round the shop. I want you to choose something in this shop for what you would give to the world, what you would like the world to have, and something that you would like for yourself and your family. I'll leave you for a short while you choose something that is red within this shop. I'll be back for you shortly. I hope you've chosen what you'd like that's red. Now I want you to walk out through the door of this shop and close it firmly behind you and carry walking up the street. You come to the next shop. Now this shop, the light is orange as it beams out. Everything in it seems to be orange. I want you to once again explore the orange shop. Open the door and walk inside. Once again, everything is a shade of orange, from the palest apricot to the deepest orange. Once again, I want you to repeat what you did in the red shop. I want you to look round, pick something you'd like for the world and something you'd like for yourself and your family. Once again, I'm going to leave you while you choose an orange object. I'll be back for you shortly. I hope you've chosen your orange objects. Once again, walk through the door and close the door firmly behind you. Carry on walking up the street till you come to the next shop. This shop is bright, bright yellow light shining through the windows. It is so beautiful. It's like the wonderful sunlight. So once again, you have to go into the shop. Once again, you open the door and enter the yellow shop. Once inside, we have to do what we've done before. We have to choose a yellow object for the world and one for ourselves. Once again, everything is from the palest, palest lemon to the brightest, brightest sunshine yellow. Once again, I want you to pick something for the world and something for yourself. I'll leave you once again while you pick your two objects. I'll be back for you shortly. It's now time to leave the yellow shop. We walk through the door and close the door behind us. Carry on walking up the street, but this time we have to cross over the street. We cross over to the shops on the other side of the street. Once again, there's a shop window shining beautiful green light. Once again, we're drawn into this shop. We have to go in. We have to explore. So we open the door and walk into the shop containing everything that's a shade of green. Once again, there is the palest, palest lime green to the brilliant, brilliant emerald green to dark, dark greens. Everything in the shop is a shade of green. Is there more shades of green that make you feel very comfortable? There's some that make you feel not so comfortable. Once again, I want you to pick your object for the world and your object for yourself. Once again, I'll be back for you when you've made your choice. It's now time to leave the green shop. Walk through the door, close the door firmly behind you, and carry on walking up this side of the street. The next shop window is beaming blue light. From the palest sky blue to the darkest midnight blue. Once again, we have to open the door, walk inside the shop. Once again, we are fascinated by all the different coloured objects, by all the different shades of blue. Is it possible there's so many different shades of blue? Once again, your task is to choose an object for the world and an object for yourself. I'll be back for you shortly. Now I hope you've chosen your objects. I want you to leave the shop through the door, closing it firmly behind you. We've now reached the last shop. The last shop is a combination of indigo and violet light. The two lights alternate. Once again, we are drawn to enter this shop. Once again, we open the door, we walk inside. Some of the objects are indigo, some of them are violet. But there's a combination of violet and indigo. Once again, as we've entered this shop, we have to complete our final task of choosing an object for ourselves and an object for the world. I'm going to leave you for the very last time as you choose the object you would like for yourself and the one you'd like for the world. I'll be back for you shortly. Now I hope we've chosen our final objects. We come outside and close that door firmly behind us. If you can remember everything you've chosen, make a note of it. In future, when we do our webinars, it might be advisable to bring a notepad and pencil with you so you can write down anything that you wish to remember. Now you've got all your objects for the world and you've got your objects for yourself, and you've received all the energy from all the different colours. Those colours are the colours of the rainbow. And you notice that as you left the last shop, that the rainbow is forming, and the end of the rainbow is at the end of these shops. As you started off, you walked into the rainbow in the first shop. And as you passed through every shop, you were going through every colour of the rainbow, until when you came out of the last shop, you were at the end of the rainbow. There, at the end of the rainbow, there's a golden pot. I want you to go up to the golden pot and pull out what's inside it. And what is inside the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow? It's your choice. My choice is I pull out love. You pull out of the golden pot whatever yours most desire, what you would like the most, because the pot of gold contains your dream, your things that you would like for the world and your friends and your families. As I say, I pull out of the golden pot love, and I'd like to give that to the world, to all my family, to all my friends. Now I want you to once again make sure you're sitting very comfortably in your chair. I want you to come back into this reality. I want you to open your eyes and be with me once again. Now, because we've been totally relaxing in these meditations, I would like to get us vibrant again. So if we can, move our shoulders round and round and round and bring them forward. Shake our hands, move our head from side to side, stamp our feet a bit so we come back into this reality. Once again, I'd like to remind you of one of the little tools that I use if I have any worries. I have a stone. I carry the stone with me at all times Being a woman, I do put it in a place where I can easy access. And if I have any worries, I put it into the stone. I think about the worry and that I don't want it anymore, and I put it into the stone, and then I wash it away. It's a very useful tool to get rid of any negativity. The other way is to write down any negative thoughts, anything you don't want, and then just burn it. You've got rid of it. You don't have it anymore. Once again, I'd like to do just one last thing with you. One last lot of breathing just before we leave. This time, because we've done 5 in and the 7 out, I'm just going to say to you, I want you to do some breathing exercises to get ourselves finally really, really calm. So I'm just going to say 5 in, hold it, 7 out. So if we could just do this final breathing just before we leave this webinar today. So breathe in, hold it, breathe out. 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 Final time, breathe in, hold it, breathe out. I hope we're feeling really relaxed. Remember to drink our water, and if you can, at future webinars, if you could bring a pad and pencil so you can make any notes, anything that you want to go over again, make sure that you let the TDF know, and I will do those meditations again for you. But I hope you've had a relaxing time with me today. I've enjoyed being with you today, and I'd like to thank you once again for joining me here again in this webinar. I hope to make sure I hope you come again and with me once again in the future. So I'd like to give you all love and light. Thank you and goodbye.